Welcome back, everyone. We are pleased to be joined by world number one and 2016 U.S. Open champion Dustin Johnson. Dustin, talk a little bit about your preparation so far this week.
Yeah, I think it's been good. Obviously, I played last week, and had a few weeks off, and I felt like last week went pretty well. And then obviously, I've seen a lot of good things this week. I feel like the game's starting to come back into good form. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, this week's a really tough challenge. I feel like the golf course, it's long, it's hard, it's rough, steep. So, it's going to be all we want as golfers for sure.
We're going to take one from the WebEx. How do you feel your game fits this course specifically?
I mean, I think it fits it well, especially, this week driving. If I can drive it well, I feel like I'm going to have a really good week. It's, fairways are pretty narrow. The course is long, like I was saying, and it's, if I can hit the driver good, I like my chances.
Right behind me.
Dustin, I'm interested in the drones and your experience with the drones and what's that like? Is it a distraction at all? Have you ever come close to hitting one?
No, I mean, honestly, I don't really notice them. I mean, you hear them sometimes, you might look at them, but no, they're obviously the guys, they know what they're doing, so they stay out of your way.
You have one?
I have a couple, yeah.
What do you do with them?
They sit in the box. I've flown a few of them and they crash. So, I need to. I try and find them at the house where there's a lot of trees and there's not a lot of room to land them and take off. So, I need to go and practice in an open field.
Wait till after the Open.
Yeah,
This week, right?
well, when I have time, which I don't have a whole lot of time, so they'll probably just stay in the box where they are.
Lastly, does it enhance the coverage, do you think, for the viewers just to see that angle?
I mean, I think they get great coverage with it. So, I think it's a neat piece of technology that they use, and I don't care one way or the other.
When you look back at most recent Opens, does this rough compare with anything? Does it remind you of anything? Oakmont, Merriam, whatever the case may be?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's, typical U.S. Open. I mean, I played here in 08, and it seems like it's, very similar from what I remember. Maybe a little deeper around the greens. It's pretty thick and healthy around the greens for sure. But, like, off, the fairways and, up to the greens, it seems like it's real similar, just a little more around the greens.
On that note, and kind of work with me on this one, is a worse miss off the tee or to the green in terms of the rough?
I mean, depending on the hole.
I know.
Yeah, I mean.
Can you survive out of the rough in the fairway more than you could around the greens, I guess is what I'm getting at.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, depending on the hole, I mean, there's places where you can miss, but I mean, a lot of times when you're in the rough, especially if it's a long hole, I mean, I don't see you getting it to the green, or, if you get lucky and get a good lie, obviously you can get it up around the green or on the green. But, for the most part, it's a lot of what I've seen is a lot of just chip it down the fairway.
Here, Christy on the right.
DJ, is there a couple holes out here that you can point to as key? I mean, I know it's a U.S. Open and all 18 holes are a challenge, but is there a couple holes that maybe you looked to as places that you need to get through there with a par and or maybe a par 5 that you need a birdie on?
Yeah, I mean, always at U.S. Opens, the holes you got to take advantage of are the par 5s. So, and then, I mean, there's obviously a lot of the par 4s are quite long and difficult. So, like 12, 6, a few of those holes, 4. If you can make pars on those holes, you're going to be doing well.
Thank you, Dustin.
Yeah,
Luck this
thank
week.
you.
And actually, we're going to ask you to hold here for 1 second.
Sure.
We're good. Thank you, everyone.
Mike.
We're going to have a special presentation from Mike Davis.
Better be in the scoring area.
Yeah.
Talking about the scorecard. Okay, ready? Well, folks, since 1997, the official World Golf Rankings have given out an award to the player who's had the most calendar weeks at #1, and this award is named after Mr. Mark McCormick, who really had the vision and provided the support to start the official World Golf Rankings. So Dustin, this year we're very proud to present you your third Mark McCormick Trophy. There were a record 5 players who made it to #1 in 2020, and you were #1 for 19 weeks, so you are the 2020 recipient, and we're very excited about it. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I like this trophy.
It's nice.
Do I need any pictures or anything with it?
Yeah, look right here, Dustin.
You want me to hold it or
Yeah,
just?
if you will.
I don't know if it's facing the right way, but
No, good. All right, great. Dustin, one right here, please.
yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers.